Welcome back. A defiant Andrew Cuomo refusing to resign, even as now a seventh accuser has come forward accusing the bully governor of sexual harassment. Cuomo, in fact, had this to say yesterday.
I did not do what has been alleged, period. People know the difference between playing politics, bowing to cancel culture, and the truth. Let the review proceed. I'm not going to resign.
Oh, please. Is he kidding? Joining me now to react, President of Red Renaissance, Kim Klacik, and Fox Nation host Tomi Lahren. Okay, everyone, the biggest secret in Albany, New York, Albany, of course, being the state capital, is that Governor Cuomo is a bully. He threatens, he intimidates, and now he's trying to threaten everyone else by not stepping down. What say you, Tomi?
Well, again, he says he's not going to bow to cancel culture. I don't think liberals truly understand what cancel culture really is. Cancel culture is when usually liberals try to censor, try to deplatform, or get somebody fired because of their ridiculous sensitivities. Canceling cartoons, canceling movies, books, conservative speakers. That's cancel culture, which, by the way, the liberals are usually more than happy to do. But it's not when you have a governor who is no longer able to lead, somebody who has sent elderly Americans to an early grave, somebody who is an alleged sexual predator and is not able to lead his state that he's already run into the ground largely beyond just the allegations, and saying you should step down for the good of your state. That's not cancel culture. But again, we knew that this was going to come back to bite liberals in the behind. They want to cancel conservatives, and now they want to dig in their heels because cancel culture isn't fair. It's amazing how that works, Judge.
This isn't it? And Kim, what say you?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. But Tommy's absolutely right. This is not cancel culture. He cannot lead under these circumstances. Everyone's got their eyes on him because what? Cuomo lied and people died. It's interesting to me because the media portrayed President Trump as what Governor Cuomo actually is. That's what's so interesting. But he's a Democrat, so he got passes, and Trump was a Republican. So they had all eyes on him. Cuomo lied the entire time to get his Emmy Award for all the praises that he received. But unfortunately, you know what it reminded me of? I don't know if you remember, in Hurricane Katrina, there was a nursing home where 35 people drowned and died. And you know who should have been held accountable for it? The state of Louisiana. And in this case, I believe Governor Cuomo should also be held accountable for it, the state of New York. And so hopefully those families will have their day in court. Hopefully those women that are accusing him of sexual assault will also have their day in court. I believe in due process. I do not believe in all women, as the left had said so many times when Kavanaugh was under investigation for absolutely nothing. But I believe everyone should have their day in court, and Cuomo should have to answer to what he's done.
And, you know, with the president, I'm going to switch now for a second. You know, this week when the president came out and gave that speech, you know, that he read from the teleprompter because he's not yet capable of doing a real a press conference, there were a lot of comments by the left. Let's roll this if we have of what the left talked, how they played his how the president played, according to the left. Do we have that MSNBC?
We did, finally get a real presidential address on COVID, a real presidential address that made sense, that was rooted in empathy, and that explained even complex things truthfully and with nuance.
To see the president of the United States standing up there, he didn't say, "You need me." Right. He said, "I need you. I need you." I mean, my God, isn't that it?
It's a moment like I've never seen before.
You know, when I listen to that, I say to myself, are these people from another planet, or are they so blatantly political that it doesn't matter what's being said? It's like there's no crisis at the border, but there's a crisis at the Capitol, so we have to wrap it around with wire and fence. Go ahead, Tomi.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. When we talk about COVID and they talk about his COVID address being so wonderful, well, I would have liked to have him mention the illegal immigrants that are pouring across our border that are COVID positive, getting on Greyhound buses and fanning across the nation. They say, oh, he's saying that he needs us. Well, we need him as a leader and a president to secure our border. But my favorite part of his whole speech that night was when he told us, if we're all just behave like good little sheep, that maybe we can gather in our backyards for the 4th of July. Well, I hate to tell Joe Biden, but nobody needs his permission to gather in our backyards on the 4th of July or any holiday or any day for that matter. But the left is going to do what the left does. They're going to fawn over this guy, and it's laughable. They must have watched a different speech. But they had that canned line and that canned fawning done before they even saw the speech. Let's be honest.
No question. Go ahead, Kim.
Yeah, it was interesting because Van Jones, for once, was speechless, not because Joe Biden's speech was so great, but because he had nothing to say. It was almost as if a kindergarten had wrote his speech. But you know what? It's funny to me because they're going to praise Joe Biden no matter what he says because, Trump is bad, right? That was the whole thing. Orange man bad is what they said for 4 years. And now that President Trump has hinted and possibly running in 2024, they're afraid. So they're going to say whatever it is to make the people believe that Joe Biden is doing a good job. I loved how he took credit for what President Trump has been doing as far as the vaccine and getting it rolled out, but no one called him out on it. And I was surprised, but not really.
Yep. Well, the both of you are great. We look forward to having you back again. Kim Klacik and Tomi Lahren, thanks so much for being with us tonight. And next, my can't-miss closing statement on Vice President Kamala Harris's refusal to address the